Hey, coaches! I love sending this video out after you've been able to get your feet wet a little bit and have started the coach training and are having some experience with what we do as coaches. And so I wanted to give you just a few of my top reminders that I feel like are really helpful after you've taken the plunge and are talking to people and getting going on your coaching journey. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the importance of posting. You've heard it, you know that posting is very important in your coaching life because it's kind of how people know you're open for business. It's like having a storefront and people are walking downtown and they see, oh, there's this amazing fitness store open. So I want to make sure that you are creating the habit right now of posting at least twice a day. Sometimes even once a day is fine on Instagram as of right now. By the time you watch this video, that might have changed. If so, I'll update. But once a day on Instagram, at least twice a day on Facebook, post about anything that you feel like is great and valuable to share with your audience. Things that I love to post about include like inspirational messages, either something that I learned from my personal development or Bible verses or something I've just learned in my life or excerpts from my blog. I love to share about my workouts, my everyday life as a mom and a wife and during cross country and track, like with my athletes. A recipe that you might find, especially like maybe you're someone who hates to cook and you found something that's easy. Share that. Share a recipe from Beachbody On Demand's Fixate Cooking Show. You can find the PDF in the program materials for that. And you can also post, and you should be posting at least 3 times a week, some sort of call to action, which is like, hey, I have a new online fit camp coming up. Obviously, you'd say something before that and then end with that so people can dive in with you and experience what you're experiencing and have you for their coach, or maybe a coach opportunity post where you're letting them know that they could join your team and be a part of this amazing community. So number 1, make sure that you are consistently posting, because nothing says untrustworthy like someone who posts once in a great while and kind of looks like maybe they'd be a good coach because they're kind of consistent, but then maybe they wouldn't be because they're not really present and at the forefront of everyone's mind. So that is one way that you show people you're reliable, is when you are consistently posting. At any time, feel free to ask me for more ideas. Okay, number 2, you may have come across an objection by now. I kind of hope that you have, because objections are great. To me, I've learned so much through the objections that other people have had for me. And you know what? I kind of already knew a lot of answers because I had a bajillion objections myself to anything that looked like a pyramid scheme or an MLM. And so when people ask you questions or object to what you are presenting to them, just ask them a question about their experience with it. So if you've invited them to become a coach, for example, and they say, oh, is it one of those pyramid schemes or is this an MLM? Instead of being like, well, pyramid schemes are illegal, which they are, and we're not a pyramid scheme, or MLMs are a great structure, and like word vomiting on them, what I'd rather you do is say, I would love to hear about your experiences with MLMs. Do you have a story connected with that? Do you know someone who's in an MLM? Have you tried an MLM before? And then keep the conversation going from there, because so many times people are putting their guard up because they've either been screwed over before or other people presented an opportunity to them in the wrong way, or maybe they were a part of an MLM but they just didn't put the time and effort that was actually required to make it successful. We know as business owners it does take some time and effort to make it successful. So ask them questions instead of getting offended, instead of taking it as a no, instead of letting it be something that gets you down. Allow it to teach you. Allow them to teach you about the experiences other people have had in the world. Ask them questions and then keep asking questions until you get to the heart of the matter. Okay. Number 3, you want to be connecting. So we say inviting is one of the vital behaviors. Absolutely it is. But you know that on our team, we really care about connecting with people first. So what I do, instead of set like a total invite goal per day, I have an invite goal per week, but I do per week because it happens more organically. I have a connecting goal per day, and It's up to you. You can set it. We say the minimum is 3. I want you to start with a minimum of 3 brand new connections every single day. I set mine at about 20 per day just because that's what I need for the income that I need to have for my family. But you want to be connecting daily with new followers, people who like your posts, your 100 list that you've made, your family members. Just make sure you're connecting with people in a genuine way. So, for example, if someone liked your post, just like with many of you, I may have started the conversation out with, hey, so and so, use their name. Please use their name if you have their name. On Instagram, I know sometimes people don't include it. On Facebook, they always do. So, hey, so and so, thank you so much for liking my post. It means so much to me because it's not always easy for me to share my story, but every time someone clicks like, it means the world to me. What part of my story did you relate to? Or some other question. You always want to end with a question because it allows you to get to know them. And honestly, you guys, that's like one of the best parts about our job is that we get to know people that we would have never known before. God gets to bring people into our lives that we would have never known before if we didn't do this. So be connecting with those people and don't ever give up. It kind of leads into number 4, which is establish a habit and a routine with the vital behaviors. I would love and I highly recommend that you print out the business activity trackers. Remember, you get 1 sheet per week, and you establish your habits and routine with that business activity tracker right now, and that you're checking those things off every single day on there, and figure out when it works for you. It might take some experimentation to figure out what time of day and do I need to split it up into 20-minute chunks, but having all those checks completed at the end of the day and establishing that habit is really going to propel you into success in the future, because what you do now is going to show up 30, 60, 90 days from now. So establishing those habits right at the beginning is going to mean that 3 months from now, you're having great months and you're hitting Success Club and you're earning trips and you're earning money, you're covering your shekel, all that good stuff. If I could go back in time and do one thing over, it would be establishing a routine with my business activity tracker, because I did not do that in the beginning. And so it took a long time for me to see the income that I was hoping to see because I just wasn't in the habit. So something that I tell my new coaches is that I want you to establish that routine right now so that you don't make the mistake that I made. You can build a lot faster than I did by doing these habits right away. So thank you so much, you guys. I'm so excited you're on this journey with me. I'm so excited that we're running alongside each other on this coaching journey. Please reach out, text me, message me anytime you have a question, and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I love you all so much, and thank you for being part of my team. Talk soon.